Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and call this meeting to order. Let's go ahead and do roll call. John, will you start us off?
John Hughes, city attorney.
I'm Green Ward two.
Deborah McIsaac, Mayor.
Steve Bovee, Ward one.
Miss Nikki?
Nikki Ryan, Ward one.
Thank you. Ryan Sending will not be present this evening. Okay. Let's do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so we have some minutes. You know, I'm gonna stop for a minute. Typically, at normal council meetings, we have what is called public time. This is not our normal monthly meeting. But if there is something that you would like to say, because you came to say something, this would be the time that you could do it.
He told the wife, maybe I'm not allowed to speak. I didn't know. So
Typically, in our normal monthly meeting, that's the second Tuesday of every month, we have an item on the agenda that says public time. And anybody can come and bring something to the attention of the council. Typically, we limit it to 3 minutes, depending on what the topic is. But since you came this evening, can I have the permission of the council to allow him to speak?
Absolutely. Sure.
Okay,
it's a little late now. I mean,
no, well,
I barged in
you're fine.
unannounced.
You're fine.
I just wanted to say my piece on the speed limit on Lovely Avenue, Highway 114, whatever. In my opinion, it's too low. It needs to be reasonable. As in reasonable and prudent, or whatever the statement goes. And a reasonable and prudent limit would be 30 to 35, I would say. It slows down from 55 to 40. Well, 40 might be a little iffy, but 30 to 35 is more within the scope of what I believe 99% of the people passing through here would want. I don't ever pass through here hardly. I rarely I always turn up to the cafe or over to the gas station. So, I spend my money in Baltic, but I don't spend my money, other than this is the first time passing through it. I wasn't passing through. I was going to the cafe, so.
Sure.
And then the guy couldn't get his computer to work. We sat in the car and sat in the car. And I finally got out of the car and I asked him, is he checking me for murders from the 50s or what? And he says, oh, he's got a computer problem. I says, well, why don't you just bring me my ticket up to the cafe, because that's where we're going. Oh, no, I'll have it for you in just a minute.
So your last name is Gott, right, Mr. Gott?
What's that?
Your last name is Gott, is that?
B-O-T-T.
Be a bot, thank you.
Bob.
So Mr. Bott, if this is something that you would like to take action on, there's a couple of ways to do it,
Okay,
okay? One, I would recommend doing your homework, and I would check some other cities that have residential thoroughfares where their speed limit is 30 to 35. So you can bring the council examples of other similar sized cities that have made a law like that. That would be one of the things I would recommend doing. Another thing I would do is maybe gather some support from residents that would be in support of increasing the speed limit on the street, or encourage them to talk to their councilman to say that this is something that you would like to do. I think he can even engage in a petition, couldn't he, John, to have the council consider a petition to be able to do that? And you would just need to have people sign it in agreement with you that they believe that Lovely Avenue should have their speed limit increased as well. Those are things you could bring to the council, and then the council would be happy to consider that. But we would want some more due diligence and probably show some more support before we would consider it.
if I was to even get everybody in town to vote for me, can you guys actually change it?
Yes.
Yeah, we have the ability to change the speed limit. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if I got everybody in the county to sign over that it should be 102 miles an hour, you guys actually could change it.
You may want to focus on people that actually live in the city of Baltic, because we report to the actual citizens of Baltic. And so even though it is a county highway, the strip of road that is from one edge of town, our city limits, to the other edge of town city limits, the city of Baltic is responsible for.
Okay.
And so if you're looking for support, you would probably be best to actual seek residents. And it would be even more impactful if you have the residents that actually live on the street.
So you guys, if that's a city street, Baltic cleans it in the winter,
Yes.
It's not done by the county?
No, sometimes they go through as a courtesy, but they don't have to.
They not have responsibility. They don't pave it, they don't chip seal it. You can see when you get the outside, it's micro sealed, and then it goes back to the pinker. That's because that's where they started and stopped their.
But just for the record, because we had this discussion before the meeting started, one of the things that we shared with Mr. Bott, just for public record, is that we have an overwhelming number of citizens that asked for the speed limit to be enforced and or reduced. And, or actually put stop signs in the intersections to be able to dissuade people from speeding. So I just needed that to be said during the meeting, so that way we have all the information for people that are watching. Is there anything else you'd like to add tonight?
Oh, I can't think of anything.
Oh, perfect.
I guess I just wondered if you guys were catching a little bit of this cash. You know, it's
No,
your idea to slow it down.
No. We do pay the sheriff's department to patrol out here, but that's Minnehaha County Sheriff, so like if you're writing a ticket, that's going to Minnehaha County.
Thank you, because I guess
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
goes to me.
the only time like we have any like fines, for instance, is like on a property, for instance, if there's an issue there. there's a fine.
John, is that accurate?
The city doesn't make any money.
That's something.
As far as I know.
It just went away. It's like, it just like disappeared.
Any enforcement of ordinances, the county prosecutes, and frankly, when the city gets involved in a nuisance or some other ordinance enforcement, we lose money right now.
Yeah.
It's a cost.
Yeah.
It's not a revenue generator,
Yeah,
sadly.
you're not making money off the deal.
No. So we appreciate you coming because we always want to listen to citizens and we want everybody to feel heard. But if you've been appropriately heard, we're going to continue with our agenda, if that's okay with you.
I'm not a citizen of Baltic, but I'm in the Baltic Fire Department. So I have a Baltic phone number. I have a Crooks postal address. The electricity is Sioux Valley Electric. I mean, we live, right where we live, nobody wants us. I mean, we're a little piece of everybody. Across the road is XL, you know, and it's just amazing how I'm talking with friends. I got a friend that lives straight west of me. Well, they're on XL and they don't have rural water, and yet I have rural water, and, you know, it's just amazing how everybody's a little different. So,
Well, we appreciate you coming.
yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
This is from my.
Okay, guys, so now we have the approval of the minutes. We have December 18th. Do we have any changes or can I have a motion?
I don't think Arthur is here. I think Justin is
Oh, you're
here
right.
for that meeting.
Oh, well, then we better.
You're right. Parker was not here.
Thank you, John.
I'll change that.
So can I, is there any other discussion on the minutes? If not, then I'll sure take a motion to approve the minutes as amended.
I will make a motion to approve the minutes as amended.
I have a first.
Second.
We have a first and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Okay, we're gonna go to just a couple of housekeeping things for new business. We are undergoing an evaluation of our managed services contract. And so there will be more information to follow on that. We don't have any definitive agreements to review at this time, but we're in process of doing that. So that is just more of a housekeeping item. And then I am going to, let's see here. In another housekeeping item, or actually, I'm probably going to need some assistance with this. In our obtaining new managed services, we're also looking at transforming our on-premise servers to go to the cloud for the city. So as we evaluate our managed services, as we update our website, as we are moving to the cloud, we have several pieces of hardware that we need to basically apprise, allocate, or reconfigure. And so I need the permission of the council to be able to whatever we decide to do with the managed services contract and how we proceed with the website. And what we do with our outstanding laptops and other hardware, servers, et cetera. I need the council's permission to be able to configure and prepare the hardware as we see fit per the agreements. So I just need the permission to do that.
This is Nikki.
Yeah.
I would like to table that. Need more information than what you just stated.
Okay, so I need you to say that again, Nikki. I'm sorry.
I said I would like to have this tabled to the January meeting because I think we have to have more information on what you're giving us in this time.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. We can do that. Because I'll have the agreements at that time and I can be a little more clear about what that all means.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Then also we have another housekeeping item. We have a tax abatement. And it's been approved by the county. We just need the council to approve it. Because the tax abatement is a confidential document. We are not releasing the name of the resident, but I need a motion to approve the tax abatement so the county can receive our approval. Okay, so Brian has done the first
A second.
and we have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Let's see here. Before we get into budgets, I would like to take a quick break and go into executive session so we can discuss personnel issues as well as what is it? Contract matters. And then potentially there will be some legal advising. So I think that's 3 of our 5 different reasons why we can go into executive session. Those should be the topics we'll be discussing. So I need someone to make a motion in the time.
To executive session at 6:14.
Perfect.
Second that.
So we have a first and we have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we're going to go into executive session.